All right, what is going on? A to Z Sports, Sam Phelan here with you for Titans at 2. Got a topic I want to discuss today and really break down for my Titans fans out there because the recent developments in the Titans draft order positioning greatly affects what makes sense logically for them in 2025 when it comes to the quarterback position. Now, if you have not been sleeping under a rock and you've been in Tennessee Titans world over the last week, you know that this last NFL Sunday was a godsend for the Titans. Tennessee loses to the Jacksonville Jaguars. They get some big help from around the league. The New York Giants pick up a win, an unexpected win over the Indianapolis Colts, which not only knocks the Colts out of the playoff picture, but also propels the Giants with a third win. That third win moved the Titans in front of the Giants in the projected NFL draft order. And now the Titans are sitting with the second overall pick in the 2025 draft. All they have to do is lose to the Houston Texans in week 18, and the Titans will pick at worst second overall. The New England Patriots, the only team scheduled to pick in front of them, which gives the Titans their shot at drafting a quarterback. Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward, take your pick. I'll have my own takes and analysis on that very topic out on A to Z Sports.com soon. But I really want to get into this other pathway that seems to be more popular of a choice than I would have thought among media, among fans alike. A lot of people are starting to make the case for why the Titans should go with a bridge quarterback in 2025. A bridge quarterback, of course, being a veteran guy to start for 1 year, a short-term option to hold the Titans over until 2026. We have seen this done for various reasons. Number one is if you have a rookie who you don't think is ready. Sam Darnold was kind of that for J.J. McCarthy for the Vikings. Before J.J. McCarthy got hurt, there was a chance that Darnold was just going to be the bridge for 1 year. We've seen this with, countless veterans. I'm trying to think of other recent examples in the past, but the idea would be I know Andy Dalton did it in Chicago when they had Justin Fields there. The idea of veteran starts for 1 year until rookie is fully ready to go. The other idea of a bridge quarterback is just the holdover for 1 year to start while the team waits for the right opportunity to draft a quarterback. And that is actually where I feel like a lot of Titans fans and media people are at when they look at what this team should be doing. They look at the draft class, they look at Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward, they hear reports, which let me just say, a lot of people not doing their own research are just hearing the idea of, oh, this isn't a good quarterback draft class, and all of a sudden are all the way out on all quarterbacks that the Titans should take and think that they're much better off going with a veteran bridge guy. I've seen fans saying, hold out for 2026, wait for Arch Manning, wait for Drew Aller, or whoever it is at the top of the 2026 draft. And I am here to tell you today, absolutely not. A bridge quarterback makes no sense. We'll get into all the reasons why, but I'm going to give some love to my friends over at Lipscomb first. Today's Titans at 2 is brought to you by Lipscomb Sport Analytics, where data meets the game. Analyze, strategize, and revolutionize, and turn your passion into profession by going beyond the box score at Lipscomb. You can get off the sidelines and into the action with Lipscomb's Sport Analytics program, where you will learn to make the calls that count. Lipscomb University's Sport Analytics program is turning sports fans into data-driven decision makers in the exciting world of professional athletics. Game-changing insights, career-defining skills. You can get it all at Lipscomb, where they're not just watching the game, they're changing how it's played through innovative sports analytics. I went to Lipscomb. I'm a Lipscomb alumni. Lipscomb helped me turn my passion for professional sports into a job in professional sports. So go check them out if sport analytics sounds like something for you. Let's have some analysis about this bridge quarterback. Really, there are two main reasons why I think a bridge QB makes no sense for the Titans in 2025. Number one is this is a rare opportunity. I hear a lot of people, like I mentioned earlier, say, well, hold out for 2026. There is absolutely no guarantee that the Titans, if they opt not to take a quarterback in the draft this year, will be in a position to get the quarterback that you might want in 2026. The idea of Arch Manning is fun. The idea of whoever could be intriguing. And I don't care because you don't have a draft pick for 2026. You have a draft pick for 2025, and you have to deal with the hand that's dealt to you now. This idea of what the Chicago Bears did a few years back, where they trade the number one overall pick, punt 1 year, and opt to stick with Justin Fields. They gain a bunch of assets, and then they still kind of luck and stumble into the first overall pick the next year because the Bears won 7 games, but the Carolina Panthers sucked and had the number one overall pick, which they had already traded to Chicago. That was a stroke of luck for the Bears. That was a very fortunate situation. It doesn't typically work that way. If the Titans trade out of the number 2 overall spot and opt to go with a bridge quarterback in 2025, I don't anticipate them being in this good of a position to get a guy again. The Tennessee Titans have picked in the top 2 of the NFL draft one time in franchise history. That's Titans and Oilers. Tennessee traded, in the last 40 years, one time for Titans and Oilers. They traded out of the first overall pick in 2016, selected quarterbacks at 3rd overall multiple times with Steve McNair in 95, Vince Young in 2006. But picking at the top of the draft is not a regular occurrence for this organization or any organization. Let's look at the bridge quarterbacks that are in consideration. A lot of people are saying, okay, what about Kirk Cousins? What about Matthew Stafford? And I think we've now seen even Derek Carr. You're not going 3-14 with one of those guys at QB. Derek Carr is on a Saints team that is horrible and is 500 as the starter of that Saints team. Because veteran quarterbacks that have been in the league for over a decade, they know how to win. They know how to do the job. They are going to give you better quarterback play than what we've seen from the Titans this year from Will Levis and Mason Rudolph. That's a good thing, but it's not if you still need your future franchise quarterback. Going 7-10 with Matthew Stafford does absolutely nothing for this organization long term, because then where are you? You don't have a quarterback, you don't have a future, and you don't have the draft capital to get it done. You have a unique gift that is the 2nd overall pick right now. You have a unique opportunity to go and get one of, if not have your pick of the litter of all the quarterbacks in this draft class. That is an opportunity you need to take advantage of. And a bridge quarterback doesn't make sense because it's not a guarantee. Drew Lock was supposed to have that game for the New York Giants. You were not supposed to be picking here, but since you are, take advantage. Number 2, reason why bridge quarterback makes no sense. There's too much pressure to win. Too much pressure to win. And pressure to win, I think, can also be pressure to show progress. Rand Carthon and Brian Callahan are expected to be retained in 2025, but I do believe that the seats are going to remain hot. Amy Adams Strunk fired John Robinson and fired Mike Vrabel because the Titans organization was unable to go from good to great. She wants to see great. The new stadium is coming in 2 years or so. In 2027 is when it's expected to open. You've got 2 more seasons to build up this roster and put on a winning football team as your product when you open the new stadium. That's important to Amy. I think she wants to make sure that the people and the regime and the decision makers for her organization are people who are capable of giving her that. Let's play out that 7-10 scenario. Because to me, 7-10 with rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward, a future quarterback that you can actually build around, feels and looks and probably is treated a lot different than 6-11, 7-10, 8-9 with a veteran. If you bring in a bridge quarterback, especially if you bring in a veteran like Cousins, Stafford, Carr, Rodgers, there is a pressure to win that comes along with that. That is more of a declaration that we're trying to be competitive more than, hey, we're punting. I don't think you have time, if you're Brian Callahan or Rand Carthon, to roll with a veteran quarterback in 2025, miss the playoffs again, be bad enough to have a draft pick. Let's say you're bad enough to have a good draft pick and you go 4-13 next year. And Derek Carr's the Titans quarterback and you go 4-13. I don't think it's Callahan and Carthon making the pick. I think they're fired before they get a chance to do so. So you have two options. Either get this veteran now and win now, which I'm not sure the Titans are ready to do, or get the young guy, commit to that guy being your future, and start to build around him and show progress and development and trust that Amy will remain patient. No matter how you slice it, I don't see a benefit for the Tennessee Titans as an organization to rolling with a veteran bridge quarterback. I ask myself one question when it comes to something big picture like this about what the team should do regarding something as huge as who plays quarterback. What gets you closer to contending for a Super Bowl? What gets you closer to winning a Super Bowl? Having a mediocre year with Kirk Cousins at QB? Or taking your shot and building around the best quarterback in the draft class, whoever you see that being? I think that answer is pretty clear cut. I will not be in on a bridge quarterback. You will not be able to talk me into it. I don't believe Titans fans should endorse that either. We'll see if that's the direction they go. As things sit right now, I would be surprised if the Titans didn't draft a quarterback with their position. Of course, if they win in week 18 against the Texans and they drop to the 7th overall pick as a result, or the 6th overall pick as a result, different story. Now you're not in position to draft a quarterback and you might be forced to go with a bridge. But since you've been handed on a silver platter this rookie, this is what makes the most sense for the team. That's all for me today. Shout out to Lipscomb Sport Analytics Program. Go check them out if you're in the Middle Tennessee area and are interested in a profession in sports. And until next time, tighten up.